Matt, your coach's emotional press conference last night. Have you got a chance to see it?
Yeah, I
And what
caught
did it
it.
mean to you?
A friend of mine texted to me. I mean, it was just, I don't know, man. It kind of had me speechless. I mean, it just kind of shows what we went through. It just warned people. You know, what we went through this year as a team was a mentally and emotionally draining.
Matt,
So I understand.
Your emotional Instagram message yesterday and what Memphis and the fans meant to you this year, was it what you expected or more?
No, I was just surprised. I didn't know what to expect. You know, coming from the Clippers, I mean, they hated me here. You know, so you know, coming in, it was. But I said this a while ago. As soon as I touched down from the airport to my driver to the hotel, everybody, it was just that Southern hospitality, and it kind of carried over from there, and it completely blew me just the way the city accepted me, and I really appreciate that.
Is it a place that you consider going forward?
Yes, you know, my main thing is I probably have a good 3 or 4 years left, and I want to be competitive. You know, if this team is going to go forward in a competitive direction, which I think they are, you know, I would definitely come back to Memphis.
Most people that know you know that you're kind of a West Coast guy. Your boys mean the world to you. How, in where you are now in your career, how much will family play in this decision for you?
It'll play a part in it, definitely. This was the hardest. I mean, I just had a hell of a year overall. If you talk about what we went through on the court and off the court, I don't think there's a person on earth that went through more hell than I went through this year, on and off the court. So, that'll play a part in it. They're only 3 hours away plane flight, you know, but only seeing them once, you know, a couple days a month really hurt me because I was very involved in their lives. I lived 10 minutes down the street from them when I lived in LA. So, you know, being close to my kids will play a big part, but also, like I said, I really feel like I found something here, and if this team's moving in the right direction, I'll come back to Memphis.
Is there some uncertainty about, this team and what they need to do? They obviously need to do some things, and will you be watching that?
Yeah, I know. I'll definitely play close attention to the moves. You know, I kind of know how the chips fall. You know, you take care of the big pieces, and get the middle guys plugged in, and so on and so forth. It'll be an interesting, off season. You know, that the league is transitioning from what grit and grind used to be is not really NBA basketball anymore, unfortunately. So the new direction that the league is heading, and I think every team knows that, not only Memphis. So it'll be an interesting summer to see how things break down.
What's the thought that you're getting from the organization? Obviously, Dave Yeager's love for you and what you've done for this team, you know where he stands. But what is the team told you?
I've got nothing but support from the team, from the coaching staff. All signs that they do want me back. So now with we just sit down and talk, and we all know the money's going up. So, we'll just kind of see where the chips fall. But, Memphis is definitely somewhere I would consider playing again, obviously.
What do you see as the ideal role for you? You played more minutes this year than you probably have.
Yeah, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I either, one of the first guys off the bench. I'm 36 now. So, obviously I played a lot more minutes than I thought I was going to play. I didn't mind it, my body's gonna need a little break for a week or two, but whatever roles they need me in, whether to be start, whether to be 6th man, 7th man, 8th man, I just want to be able to compete and compete for a title.
We talked a lot about the lessons that you were trying to impart as a veteran on the younger guys, JaMychal, Jarrell, all of them. What did their development mean to you, and kind of how those younger guys stuck with it? You older guys know what to do, but they didn't.
It was a big. I think that was big for them, big for us, because we needed them so much. We needed to lean on them. And like I said yesterday in my press conference, some of the vets were asked to do more than, we were needed to do early on in the season, obviously. So, for the young guys to kind of follow in suit and continue to play hard, play through injuries that they could play through, learn on the fly, constantly learning new teammates, and that's a hard thing that people don't play basketball don't understand is your chemistry with the guys you're playing on the court with. And if you're constantly having new guys come in, there's never really a chemistry. So the guys that were here, from training camp to the end of the season, which weren't very many, we developed a good chemistry and kind of just plugged everybody else in.
Right. How difficult is uncertainty at this point? Because there's so many moving parts to this team and you going forward. Is that the most difficult part of the next few months, is not knowing?
I mean, I don't think it's a rush. It's a long summer. This is, I think we're a week after the season ended. So I think there's plenty of time. The playoffs will end, championship will one, and then teams will really start talking and making moves. So I don't really feel like there's a rush. It's not something I'm going to sit on my phone or ESPN looking every day at. I'm going to go and relax and enjoy my kids and go hide out for a little while. So everything will fall in place how it's supposed to.
You are drained. I mean, you think the season's been over a week? It's been over a day.
Yeah, for me, yeah, just a day. Yeah.
Matt, you talk about how the NBA game has changed, and you look at this team. Is it, more athleticism in terms of guys getting their own shot, or more perimeter shooting that you think is most needed?
I think it's perimeter. I think it's the shooting. I think kind of Golden State has transcended the game, and to be able to play 4 people at once that can create and shoot the ball around one big that's not necessarily big. You know what I mean? So it's a new game. It's a faster game, and that's just what it is these days. So we'll have to see how it goes.
You didn't get to play with Mike and Mark a lot because of the injuries, but what did you learn about them and their games that maybe if you didn't know before?
I mean, just reconfirmed what I already knew. Just, Mark is probably the best center in the game, and Mike is very underrated. He should be an all-star point guard. So it wasn't really anything new that I didn't know competing against them in the past. Just got to know them better as people and became friends with them.
Matt, you had spoken at the beginning of the season about the chance to compete alongside Tony. I know it didn't unfold the way you imagined, but what was that like in hindsight?
It was fun. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're similar defensive-minded players, and to be able to, be on the court with him and scramble and cover up for each other and double team people and do things like that, we had a good time.
Y'all suffered a lot of injuries throughout the season. Going into the offseason, how's your body?
I just feel a little tired, but I tweaked my hamstring in game 3 and jammed my thumb again. But, at this point, I was just like, there was nothing that was going to stop me. I was going to finish these however many games it was going to be. So my body's just sore, but overall, nothing. I'm not hurt.
Matt, if Grit and Grind 1.0 was 2 bigs, throw the ball in, kick it back out, 2.0 would look like what?
Ooh, good thing I'm not a GM. It's hard to say, man. It's hard to say. Like I said, I just think the game is transitioning into small ball, and with 2 traditional bigs that are all-stars, it's just a different situation here. So, it'll be very interesting. Like these guys set something here and created a fan base and a culture here. So if that breaks up, if that comes back, it'll just be interesting to see.
Time for a few more. Anything else?
I do. I have to ask you. All of the adversity, injuries, and people saying y'all weren't going to make it and y'all gave it everything you got. When they say Memphis Grizzlies, you think they got to say it with some respect now?
I think that, people that understand basketball should, but for the most part, we don't care what they say. We hear them, but we don't care. And what we went through as a team and an organization. And like I said, there's no more victories, but what we went through, a lot of teams couldn't have. And, inside this locker room and inside this city, they're proud of what we accomplished. And really, that's all that matters to us.